So good morning, everyone. Here I am in the laundry room again. I swear I was probably like a servant that washed laundry at the river in a past life. Not only am I OCD about it, I swear it's how I live my life. I'm just laundry girl. So anyway, today is my weigh-in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty wigged out. I haven't been tracking my food the way I should. So I don't know for sure what I've been eating. I haven't been being accountable. But here's what I've decided. I've decided if I hit the scales this week and I'm up, then that's kind of what happens when you don't track your food. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm not going to be ashamed because you can't grab that back. I have several more weeks to go moving forward. So that's how I've decided I'm going to handle it. Wasn't thrilled with last week's weight loss. It was only 1.4. And this isn't a rationalization. It's just a fact. It was Thanksgiving week. Most people don't lose weight on Thanksgiving week. So I'll take it. 8 pounds in 2 weeks is nice. I think that I'm going to get to, I think I'm going to get to the scales and not be happy with what I see this week. But, truth is I haven't been as focused as I need to be. So that's just the reality. And, I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life. My friend Kristen told me the other day that some of my friends in class are kind of concerned about, how I am and am I okay, and because this blog is kind of out there. It's a little more exposure than I think most people would be comfortable with. But I have to say, this whole weight thing for me is shame-based. And my whole life I've looked at being overweight, and if I lost weight, I wouldn't feel as shameful as I feel. And now that I'm 41, and yes, it's taken that long for me to realize that I'm not shameful because I'm overweight. I'm overweight because I'm shameful. I eat because I feel shame. I eat because I feel insecure. I put on a really good facade of confidence because that's what's gotten me through life. That's what I've had to do to get the job done. I am an insecure, shameful mess. That's really who I am. That's really how I live. And I've just decided that it served a function at a certain point in my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't have adopted it. But it doesn't serve a function anymore. I have a history of childhood abuse and trauma that I walk around with. And, I decided a long time ago that I went many years without crying because I decided that in order to survive, even though I didn't feel confident, I knew that was the key to success, and so that was what I was going to project. And when you're confident, people don't mess with you. You're less inclined to be a victim. You can get things done. But the other side of that is you become so hard-hearted and so guarded that you can't really feel things anymore. And through this process, I've had several things said to me. I've had somebody say, "Oh, I think you're just too sensitive." You know what? I rejoice to hear that. Because it means that I'm doing the work that I need to do. It means that I'm being vulnerable. I'm putting myself out there. And I have to tell you, not a single person who has blogged me has responded to this blog, has torn me down or made me feel bad. You've all been so supportive. And I think that, it's really, if people want to get to the key of why people are so detached and people bully and people are mean, and we need to all kind of start taking a risk on being vulnerable and being like, hey, you know what? I feel that way too. I hear you. We're losing the human experience, maybe, is what's going on. So this morning I'm going to have a big meeting with the state and with Trudeau and with Quality Assurance about Sarah, and it's going to be what it's going to be. The bottom line is the purpose for my presence is that my sister is going to be safe. It's time for her to move on and maybe go to a different agency. But she has the right to choose. She has the right to go look at other group homes, and she has the right to go look at other options. no matter how much fiscal loss that might create on somebody. The important relationships that she's established in her life will continue. And maybe she'll acquire some new ones. And maybe she'll lose ones that she thought were important and turns out in the next phase of her life might not be so important. I think, again, that's just the human experience. How many people do we have friends with that were so important at certain points in our life? And then for whatever reason, because of time or distance or whatever, things just kind of changed. You didn't lose friends. You gained new relationships. And I think that that's part of growth. I think that's part of... I think people come in and out of our life for a reason. So that's what I want for her, too. My mother wants to come to the meeting, and that's a little rough. My mom and I are not in good space. But again, that ebbs and flows. I'm a grown-up. I've made mistakes. She's made mistakes. I just need to cut her some slack. I saw a really great thing on Facebook not that long ago that says sometimes the key to forgiveness is realizing that the other person is just batshit crazy. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So, I just want to let people know that I am okay. I've missed a couple classes, so maybe people are a little concerned about that. I don't feel like they're pivotal lectures. Today's is, and I've had people, record and pick up the paperwork and stuff for me, and I'm studying for my final, and I'm doing what I need to do for my family. I love my sister. She is the love of my life. She really is. She is just such cool people. Way cooler than I could ever be. So, anyway, I have the weigh-in today, so I'll tell you how that went. Thank you, everyone who is being supportive, who also, cares and is afraid that maybe I'm overexposing, but my boundaries are intact. I might talk more about things later on as things progress, because as I lose weight, I'm going to feel more and more vulnerable, and so you guys are probably going to hear more and more stuff that makes you go, holy shit, I'd never share that. I need to start sharing that. I need to stop carrying the shame and the secrets and the this and the that, and I just need to get through this process. So, you guys that want to come along with me, it's going to be a long journey. And if I freak you out and you're not there, that's okay too. Sometimes watching somebody else go through it is like a train wreck, and you just can't take your eyes off of it. I'm hoping to establish more than a train wreck here. So, I'm hoping to finally wrangle and get some control on some demons that have been chasing me my whole life. Why not? Why not? So, everybody have a good day. Know that I'm going to have a good day, regardless of how things occur. It's going to be a good day, spending time with my sister. We'll go see what that weigh-in is, and see what those goddamn numbers are. God, that scale, it just controls how much we feel about ourselves. And you lean this way, you can take 5 pounds off. You lean this way, you can put 5 pounds on. Isn't it funny how much weight we put into those numbers? But I'm feeling better. The weight training, I kind of am seeing some differences in my shape, and things are redistributing. Some people say that they have seen the weight loss in my face. So even if the numbers aren't what I want them to be this week, I am still progressing. So that's where I'm at. Long vlog, blah, blah, blah. But have a good day. Bye.